Hello, hello. This is the my artifact episode number 2540. Today's date is 23 July 2022. वाजले आता रात्रीचे ऑलमोस्ट 9:30. सॉरी 10 वाजत आहे. सॉरी 10 वाजायला फक्त 7 मिनिट बाकी आहे. ऑलमोस्ट 10 वाजत आहे. Okay. So yesterday I didn't really make any artifact episode. Why? Because of that, like basically, I was doing editing. Okay, I was doing editing till almost like a 10 p.m. and I complete my edit and I upload my file. I set up my file for upload. Okay, 10 p.m. and then after that, I ate my dinner and I was really obsessed with the one web series called Friends. Okay, and since I complete my work and my file is actually uploading and I have a little bit of free time, so what should I do is that like basically yesterday I didn't really went to the cycle because of rain, and as also my cycle is damaged. I am like my cycle is actually repairing. Okay, because of the day before yesterday uh, I am actually got accident. Okay, I got accident, and yeah, it's not that much. It's just like little bit of scratches and things like that. It's not that much, but my cycle is actually very not so good. The my front wheel, the handle, and everything is very bent and broken, things like that. So I don't know. My cycle will be repaired till tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow. I don't know. But there is a one thing I'm sure is that till my cycle repair, I cannot go to the cycling and things like that. Obviously, so and as also, so it's not good. Like basically is that and as also from 2 days, from last 2 days, it was constantly rain happened. Okay, from last 2 days there is constantly rain happening here. Okay, and as also the weather prediction is that still next 2 or 3 day the rain is actually happening. Okay, happened, it will happen. Okay, rain means like I'm not saying that just a couple of hour and that's still, no, it's like the all day. Okay, entire day. Okay, entire day is actually raining. Entire day means like that yeah, there is a small sprinkle always every time. So that's why yesterday I didn't really went to the, like basically is that I am not really able to walk at this mad rooftop because of it was so much rain. So that's why, whatever, as it is, it is. So what is actually happened is that after I ate my dinner, I'm actually watching I Friends, that series. This is actually web series. Should I say web series? It's a television series. It's not meant for web series. It's a whatever. So I'm watching. It's actually a little bit of addicted. Okay, I am actually getting really addicted with this Friends web series, and I am actually watching every episode after episode, every episode after episode, and it's good. Okay, there is a one thing, there is a one thing in my work that is I don't like is that after I record my gameplay, the total length of the gameplay is actually 45 minute, maybe 1 hour, sometimes it gets even more than 1 hour. Okay, and I cannot upload directly just 1 hour file into the YouTube. No, it's I have to cut it down, all the gaps. Like basically when I talk, I am actually putting the gaps in one word to another words. Okay, so or maybe one sentence to another sentence, so I just have to remove those gaps. Okay, so when I did that, the whole thing is actually happening very fast. The way I'm speaking is very fast, and then after that I put the my audio sound effect. What does it did is that it reduce the space, and it kind of like give you some sort of a weird voice. It's not kind of like a weird, it's kind of like a funny, but very fast and very unique. Like when you hear that voice, you actually feel that it's kind of a little bit of funny. Okay, but and as also this is happening very fast. Okay, like basically I'm talking now, and you are listening this thing in a kind of like a very normal speed. Okay, but when you hear that voice, you can understand everything, but things happen very fast. You can hear the words after words, the gaps is very tight, and it's the sound is very much funny. Okay, like I am actually very difficult to explain you to do this thing, but obviously you can watch my gameplay and you will understand. So so this is the voice, and it's really good. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is that key I have to remove those gaps. Okay, and this process, it takes time. It is very big, big time. Like basically it's a very bore and very big. Literally is that key you just have to just look at the timeline, click 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 click, cut, remove, cut, remove, cut, remove, cut, remove. This is like the very boring task. Literally just like you just have to click the same button again and again, again and again, again and again. It just very bore, literally just way much bore. Okay, but this is very difficult for the Premiere Pro. Like basically is that key in the timeline you are putting the cuts, so many cuts, then and you are apply some of the effects to the audio layer and video layer. Then Premiere Pro is creating cache, and sometimes your cuts is so much. Like basically my observation is that I am apply almost like 1,000 cut. Yeah, 1,000 cut, sometimes even much more than that. 1,000 cut is kind of like a very big number, trust me. Just like 1,000 cuts means like that key 900 files, 900 small clips. Okay, and Premiere Pro render those clips. So it's for the Premiere Pro. Sometimes my Premiere Pro will get crashed, so while I was editing, while I was removing those gaps, while I am applying cuts, I am not using anything. I'm just using my Premiere Pro, and that's it. And there is another tab uh, open for Task Manager, so I can understand all my stats and RAM uses and everything. Because of that, when Premiere Pro will crash, then my file will gone. So every time I have to save those. Okay, but it's a very long and a very big process. Right now I'm doing this thing. Okay, and every time I try to do this thing, I am very much bored. Like basically every time I don't want it to do that. Literally just I just feel like that it's just so much bored. Like it is very at the beginning of the at the beginning when I started this kind of like a recording and communication kind of like a gameplay. Okay, so at the beginning I didn't really know, but I thought that कि okay chalo koi baat nahi, so let's do it. So uh, during this process I listened some sort of musics. Okay, but it didn't really work out that well as also, because of that key music is actually one kind of flow. Okay, so it's one kind of flow means just a audio flow, it's not video. Okay, just audio. So I don't know. So I thought that key, why don't you watch some of the web series? Okay, so web series mean how do you watch? Like basically you are editing now, so how do you watch another web series? So actually, yeah, you can watch. Okay, why? Okay, let me tell you one thing. Ki if you are editing, if you are cutting, okay, if you are putting almost like 1,000 cuts, okay, then you are doing the same thing for thousands time. Okay, so so basically your mind is actually very much good in that thing. Like basically you are doing one thing 1,000 times, so you don't have to put all your effort to do all those things. Literally just nothing. So what I have to do is that there is my monitor, I put my mobile just beneath, so I just, if I wanted to watch, I can easily watch. So I just don't have to turn my head. Okay, it's just like my timeline is here and my mobile is just beneath that timeline. Okay, and in that mobile there is a web series is going on, and that web series is Friends. Okay, so I don't know, like basically is that I'm doing this experiment from last 3 or 4 project. and it's going really well. Like basically is that this process na, this cut and remove, this process is actually very long and boring for me. I really don't want to do all those things, but since I am very good in this thing, like I'm putting the 1,000 cuts, and I'm as also I did almost like a 10 plus project, so I almost like applied 10,000 cuts in. So my mind is actually understand where should I put the cuts, where should I not put the cut. Okay, so it's kind of like it just happened very automatically. I just don't have to do anything. Okay, first of all is that what I have to do, like how do I edit my video. So first of all I record my gameplay and everything, and then I set up a timeline project. Okay, then I just have to synchronize. First of all, there is one thing is that synchronize is really important. Okay, because when you add proper synchronize, and it's good. Okay, then after that, remove the audio noise. Okay, like whatever the noise is generated while recording, I just have to apply the noise reducer, so it reduce all the noise. Okay, and it amplify the vocals means the whatever the VM, whatever I'm talking, it amplify the vocals. Okay, decibels is actually -0 to -6, so it is good. Okay, and the video layer in the, like basically in GTA gameplay, it has also has its own audio layer, so I just have to drop down -10. So my voice is actually very important while they were watching the gameplay of GTA 5. They don't have to listen the GTA 5 voice. Okay, so I just have to reduce little bit of voice, -10, it's good. Okay, and I just synchronize. Okay, synchronize means how do I synchronize? While I was recording, I am says synchronization. I just put the menu bar, so 3 2 1 start. Okay, so when I say start and there is a visual thing happened, so this is a synchronization point. Okay, there is a one synchronization, and then there is another synchronization for understanding that key whatever the synchronize I did it in the first part, is it correct or not. Okay, so when I synchronize in the first part, I have to another synchronize uh, to clarify my synchronization is happened very good or great. So it happened all the time, it happened very good. Okay, it synchronized audio and video layer is synchronized very perfectly. Okay, so this is the most important part. Okay, and then I hit the save, khatam. Then after that, what I have to do, I just have to unplug my headphone, put it on my mobile. I just play the friends, and that's it. The whole game is started. Okay, I just have to just scroll, cut, scroll, cut, scroll, cut, scroll, cut. I'm doing one thing at a time. Like I'm not doing cut and remove at the same time. No, first time I just have to apply the cuts. Okay, so I'm putting the cuts. Okay, that's it. Okay, and there is also task manager is open in another tablet, in another tab, in another dialog box, so I can understand all the statistics of the computer, like basically Premiere Pro will be crash or not, so I can understand everything. And meanwhile I'm doing this thing, and as also I'm watching the friends. Okay, so this process is actually very good now. Like while I was doing this thing, it just feel like time is actually happened. Like basically applying those 1,000 cuts, it takes time almost like maybe 1 hour or maybe 2 hour. Okay, so during this period of time, I watch almost like a 5 to 6 episode of Friends, so which is really good. Like I really like that. Okay, and I didn't really know is this thing happened. Like basically, this is exactly happened yesterday. Like basically, what is exactly happened? I started my editing at almost like a 5 p.m. Okay, like literally 5 p.m. Okay, there is a one thing is that I already remove those gaps. Okay, so I just have to edit those parts. Wait, did I? No, sorry, I started doing my editing at almost like a 5 p.m. Yes, I started doing my editing at 5 p.m. Okay, yesterday I didn't really went to the cycle. Okay, because my cycle is broke. Okay, so I am actually editing my file. Okay, and I just watching the friends and doing editing at the same time. So I apply 1,000 cut in just 2 hour. Okay, and then after that 7 p.m. I started doing editing, the real editing. At that time I have to mainly focus on the things, on the editing process and everything. And this is the main process of the editing. Okay, like after apply all those cuts and after you remove those things, so this is the thing. Okay, then you have a proper timeline. So this is the thing that you have to, that you have important. Okay, that is important means like this is the timeline, this is the total length of timeline. Like basically is that ki if I record 1 hour of gameplay and after I cut it, it convert into maybe 40 minute or maybe 45 minute. Okay, so it's kind of like a 25% less. Okay, so which is really good. Okay, but still there is like a 45 minute is also much, really much longer. Okay, so I cannot upload 45 minute of file. Okay, still I have to compress that data 45 minute to 10 to 15 minute. Okay, so I just listen and sometimes I just talk very stupid which is not relatable to the mission and things like that, so I remove those parts. Okay, sometimes it's really important, so I apply those parts. Sometimes I talk very much funny to the npc and things like that, so I stay that content. So I figure it out, okay, which content should I, which clip should I stay or which clip should I remove. So I thought that, I decided that, and I convert those files into 30 minute, 15 minutes, something like that. Okay, and sometimes the timeline is required that much amount of time. Like it says that key, it says 17 minute, it cannot compress even much more than that. If I compress, then it can lose some of the really valuable information about the mission and things like that, so I will stay that file for 17 minutes, something like that. Okay, and then after that I added the background music. Okay, after that, okay, this is the entire, the proper timeline. Then I add the background music. Background music is also really important to understand the emotions of the things happened on the video. Okay, so this is the background. Okay, then after that I add the sound effects. Sometimes sound effect is really important. When there is action, you have to put wanna wow wow, wanna wow wow. Okay, if you wanted to hit some sort of person, it's kind of like doing some sort of slow mo and things like that. So sound effects. Okay, this is the layer. Okay, this is all the thing, the editing is done. Okay, the things is done. Then after that what I did, there is a first 30 second is really important, but my first 30 second is start from the vlog, so I don't have to put the vlog. I just have to select some of the specific clip which is very interesting to watch for almost like a, for 30 seconds. So I just select some of the clips. Okay, I just copy those clips in the beginning section, and then after that I create 30 second, it's kind of like a very interesting, and then after that the vlog is started. Okay, so it will create almost like a 70 minute 30 second, and this is the entire file. Okay, then I have to export that file and upload those file. And after the upload there is also another process. I have to put the some of the timestamp and things like that. But this is all I say is actually very old process. I found a new process from the, I found a new process from the last project. What I did is that okay, from now I will not add any background music. I will not anything. Okay, what is the thing is that I just have to apply just that speed duration and khatam. Okay, that's it. That speed duration is actually the everything what I say. It makes it fast and makes it funny. That's it. That's it. It is very much engaging. Like my last video is that key. What my last video is that key. What is the, yeah, how to kill a man on a phone. Okay, so this is my last video. I upload last night. Okay, so the length of that video is 22 minutes. Literally, like basically, I never even make that kind of like a bigger file. Like still 22 minutes is very long. Okay, I accept that, but literally is that ki when you watch a video na, you don't really feel the time. Okay, you are constantly getting very fast and very funny, and you are constantly getting the information, and just like the time is happening very fast. Like you don't really know. Like trust me, is that ki I make this video, that means I watch this video, right? And how many times I watch this thing, after I export I watch one time, second, third, then from my channel, from this short channel, and still I was not getting bored, and still I can watch this video right now as also. So I am actually very much excited to watch. So, and it is really good. It is really good. Like it is kind of like a feels like that. Ki this is kind of like a really best work for me. So I don't know. I like that. Literally, I just one of the best. Okay, so I will do this project like basically today I record my gameplay. Okay, and I do the same thing. Okay, the length that I record is almost like a 1 hour, but still 22 minutes is very long that I created for last project. 22 minutes is still too much, so I decided that I just have to put all those cuts and removes and remove all those things, and I have to maintain at least 20 minutes, okay, without using any speed duration. And after the speed duration it will remove almost like a 25%, so it will convert into 15 to 16 minutes or maybe 70 minutes, which is good, which is really not that much hassle. And when you get that kind of like a pacing from the beginning, you don't have to add any kind of like a first 30 intro sequence or things like that. No, it's not. At the beginning the audience is kind of like at high note, okay, and that high note is maintained till the end of the video, okay. So that's it. Yeah, this is the kind of thing I know, and I will apply that thing in my next project. Okay, I am doing it right now. Like basically today I am editing, and then after that tomorrow I will add some of the things and effects, and it's good. It's really great. But still, the most of the thing is really important is that my communication. Okay, there is a one thing I'm gonna tell you is that I'm very good with the communication. Like since I'm doing this artifact episode from like a past 7 years, it just kind of like a it helped me to communicate how do I talk and how do I not to talk, and how do I like basically is that I am not say that I am actually very good with the communication, but let me tell you one thing. If I am like there is a one thing I'm gonna tell you for creating the content is that confidence. Literally the content is came from you. If you are not confident enough, then the content is very difficult to came from you. This is the same mistake happened from my last like before the game channel. Okay, like I'm actually trying to making this filmmaking videos, but seriously is that this process is so much long and so many things. Like there is a script and there is a short list, and I just have to add things and things. My video will make almost like a 15 days. It will make almost like a 15 days to complete my project. As also at the beginning it will that too much time, and I realized that maybe if I'm going with this speed now, it will make me almost like a maybe 2 or 3 or maybe 5 year to achieve my things, and it will not really it's not gonna work out. Okay, so that's why I choose this game thing, and it is actually working me out. Okay, like basically is that you cannot say you are finding like you are shifted to find your passion and you found something really different, and I don't know, is it I'm not really understand what will be happen, and I cannot rely on the future. Like basically is that whatever it happened, you just have to do your work. That's it. Okay, like basically enjoy the moment, dude. Okay, like basically is that you do your work for your future, but enjoy the moment. That is the most important thing. Who knows what could happen, and I don't know. Okay, and as also is that since I'm making this content like a gaming content now, I can easily do that thing, and it giving me such a kind of like a very good confidence, and that confidence is really help me. Like basically I am very good, and I'm not hesitate. Sometime I hesitate, yes, but like sometimes I hesitate because of that I haven't even get things that I want, but still it's good, still it's great. And I'm saying that it will be something really good. Like if I say that if I'm getting that much amount of money and subscribers and views from the people, and people like my content, obviously my confidence will grow even further. Okay, then I will not fear of anything, and then it is really helpful for me when you have that peak on your confidence now. It's kind of like a no one will stop you. Okay, because the confidence is the power, dude. Okay, having a confidence means a power. Like how do you communicate with the people, how do you talk to the people, that is most important thing. Okay, how do you make the scene for you. Okay, how do people interact to you. It's kind of like basically is that key. Let me tell you one thing, how much money you have and how much poor you have, it doesn't matter, dude. Literally is that key. The world is actually shifting from kind of like a who rich is. Yeah, obviously it is matter, like I'm not saying that it will not matter, it is matter, yes. But let me tell you one thing, if you wanted to make some sort of impression, if you wanted to, I don't know, like basically it's very horrible to say those words at from mouth, but there is a one thing I'm gonna say, having a confidence at inside of you na dude, घंटा किसी से नहीं डरते. You are not fear of anything, and you can talk very bluntly, you can talk very clearly, you can talk something really, you can you can talk from your confidence, and that is good. That is exactly what I wanted to do that. And since my last project is going that much successful, like basically I watch that video, I don't know like how many times I watched this video, almost like a 5 to 6 time, and I still not get bored while watch this video. I thought that you dude, this is really great. Literally, this is something that I wanted to do that from the beginning, and right now I achieve those things. So it just it just really good. It just feels really good. And let me tell you one thing. Okay, just right now I record my gameplay almost like a 1 hour. I was just talking. Okay, after this, like after at my dinner, I am doing this artifact episode from how many times, like a 26 minutes, and I am talking straight. How do I do that? How do I, like basically I haven't even talked that much before, like literally like just like that it's nothing like in my life now. Like how do I, like, other than artifact episode, other than my recording gameplay, I never even talk. Literally just like nothing, literally just like that ki कुछ भी नहीं. Like I just talk to the mother, जेवण झाले का? हो. जेवण घेऊ का? हो. निंबूची टाकू का? हो. Just हो नाही, हे करू का, तसं करू का, पंखा लावू का. It just very less communication. But since I am communicate with myself, since I'm recording, since I communicate for my gameplay, I just talk much. Okay, and talking is really good, yeah. I am not saying that you just have to do some sort of gossipy and things like that. It's not. It is really not. Okay, gossip is something really different. Okay, it and there is a one thing is that one thing I'm gonna say is that I am not a gossipy person. Literally, just I am not like how do I say that? Okay, like basically you are listening this thing since 25 minutes, 26 minutes, and you say that I am not a gossip. How do first thing is that there is a one thing I'm gonna say, and that is really much real, and that is really much true, is that without any reason I cannot talk to the any person at all. Okay, without any reason means like that I talk to the people. Okay, if I have a reason I will talk. If I don't have a reason and that person is really important, then I talk as also. But the communication is kind of like a I'm actually uh, I'm actually playing a part as a listener. Okay, listener, like basically I give a freedom to the another people to talk, like basically how. So just like, hey, how's going बादल, he says fine. बादल भाऊ, असं जर पेमेंट झालं तर मग आता काय पार्टी, किंवा मग काय करणार आहे वगैरे, कसं करणार आहे, काय खर्च काय कर, काहीतरी आयडिया वगैरे केली असेल. This is kind of like a very simple questions. Okay, and like basically, and he was actually, he's dying to say that answer to the person. Okay, why? Because this is the kind of the answer as a person, like basically as a boys, when they get when they when they got a job, and they when they are earning money, when they are earning lots of money, they are actually planning like how do I spend that much amount of money to, like should I pay investment or maybe rent or things, or should I buy this thing or not. So they are actually kind of like a mm, uh, understand. Okay, understand means they are actually plan for this thing, and they wanted to say those things to the people. Okay, and if I ask this question, he was directly say all those things. He says that ki हाँ चलो ये करना है वो करना है, and I'm just putting that हाँ okay नहीं नहीं okay ऐसा. So I'm just giving just a reply. I just don't have to generate the conversation. He is actually generating conversation for me. I just have to doing the reply and things like that. So this is, I'm giving a freedom to the next person. Okay, gossipy means like that. As a gossipy, how do I say this person is gossipy? Is that ki the person who is creating a communicate, like basically he generating a communication. Okay, like basically uh, just an example is that ki I am going with my friend and I am on his bike and we are going to the Paunar. Paunar is actually far away. It take me almost like a 1 hour to reach there. So how do you cover that distance? Should you say silence? Should you? No, no, it's not. Like basically he's my friend. I know him since almost like a 10 year. So I will not silence. I says that ki हाँ कसं सुरू आहे, काय मग वगैरे वगैरे. So this is, as a gossipy person, how do it, as a gossipy person, how a gossip person interact at that situation is that ki he talks something about random stuff. Random stuff means like I am not related with that person, he is not related with that person. Like basically there is a one person in our group, he's actually very much gossipy. His name is Prashik Kinnake. Okay, and um, when he talks to the third person, like the communication regarding with the third person. So when you communicate with the third person, when you are trying to uh, creating communication for a third person, or maybe like third person, then that communication is going very long because there is no limit. like 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 how does it, I don't really understand. Okay, like this is the kind of nega the word is actually understand by the example. Let me tell you one thing. Okay, so if I say do you like cake, I say yes I like cake. You said to me do you like cake, I said yeah I like the cake. Okay, there is a third person. Okay, I didn't really know, he didn't really know. I say does he like cake. It's kind of like a very infinite answer. Okay, like he's not sure does he like cake or not, as also I am not sure ki does he like cakes or not. Okay, so the answer is infinite. So we can talk, maybe he likes cake because of that ki cake is a kind of thing that everyone loves it. Okay, but he, another guy said maybe he's not, like basically some people don't like cakes, like some people remove those icy things and they will eat some of the bread and things like that. So maybe, so this is just a casual example. Okay, but if you say that he, do you have a girlfriend, I said no dude I don't have a girlfriend. Do you have a girlfriend? No I don't have a girlfriend. Does that guy have a girlfriend? Ah, maybe. Yeah, maybe like he's looking really handsome, so maybe he has a girlfriend. Okay, so that third person that you don't really know about him. Okay, maybe if you know some sort of thing about that person, like just let me tell you one thing. There is me, my name is Saurabh Bhausare. Okay, and there is another person in front of me. His name is Prashik Kinnake. Okay, and we are talking about Subodh Naranje. Subodh Naranje is a third person. He's not even here. He's third person. So he says to me, Prashik says to me, "Do you have a girlfriend?" I said no. Then I say, Prashik, do you have a girlfriend? Prashik said no. Then I just says, okay, I just initiate the conversation. Rest of the things has to be done with the gossipy guy. And in this conversation, Prashik Kinnake is a gossipy guy. So how do I do? Will Subodh Naranje have a girlfriend? Then Prashik say, maybe. Like I heard that when he went to the Pune, na, he met a girl named some sort of Priyanka or something like that, and he's living together. Then I say, what? Yeah. Well, I didn't really know that. He says, yeah, like maybe I heard, maybe I'm not heard. Is she that good that he is living with her? And maybe she's good, na? And then I'm kind of like giving you some sort of question to understanding what is the, and there is a nothing is confirmed. Okay, does he have a girlfriend? Does he living with that girlfriend? Does they live together or not? There is no confirmation. We are just talking in the air. So this is kind of like a gossipy. So when you talk about the third person, na, this is kind of like a gossip. This is actually happened in the women now, in the girls, they are doing gossipy a lot. Because of that, they are always talk about some other person. They are not talk about me and you. They are not talk about each other. They are talking about something different. Okay, which is very different, which is very, so that's why girls are always doing gossipy. But doesn't mean that ki only girls, boys can do, boys, men's, everyone can do the gossipy things. But how? Okay, there is a one. I went to the kind of like a uh, group. In that group, there is a middle-aged person. Okay, so many middle-aged person. Okay, middle age means above 40, above 45. Okay, they are married, having two kids, something like that. Okay, I'm sleep, whatever. So they are talking about BJP and Congress. Obviously, BJP and Congress is the third person. And when you talk about a government, when you talk about the BJP and Congress, is obviously a very big subject. Trust me, literally. If you just go to the Google and say BJP versus Congress, you have millions of point, millions of point to discuss, to argue, to things like that. Okay, and in that group there is almost like a seven men over there. Though all those seven men are actually middle aged. Why I was doing there? Actually, those seven men are actually at the wedding, and I am at the wedding too. Okay, and we are actually eating that food. Okay, so unfortunately, I don't have to go anywhere because of that. Key, I have no, I didn't really went with my friends. I went with the father. Okay, and in that seven person, there is my father as also. So with father, and there is six people who are middle aged people. Okay, and there is one person who initiate. He says बीजेपी तो ऐसे ही काम करती है, कांग्रेस ने तो अपने कार्यकाल में कितना काम किया था. That's it. He just initiate that conversation. Khatam, dude. Then that conversation became something really, oh bhai. So should I say this communication is a gossipy? Dude, it's not a gossip, it's an argument. When as a girl talk about random person means I met this guy in the college and he was so cute and things like that. This is the gossipy. I am actually with the BJP and you are the Congress. This is the argument. But this is actually the same kind of like a category. Okay, like it doesn't affect. क्योंकि in this conversation na, whatever you talk about this Congress versus BJP, nothing will affect on that kind of like a third person. Okay, so this is endless. This is just endless. Just creating the argument or hitting the communication. It's just nothing. It just feel pathetic. Okay. When you talk about the third person, it's really not that good. Okay, so there is a one thing I'm going to say is that ki I am not a third, no, sorry, I always not communicate to the third person. Okay, if like sometimes I just talk, but I just initiate the conversation. I just don't really know. I just initiate the conversation. क्योंकि sometimes नहीं का sometimes what is exactly happen? You are with your friends, you are with your something like that, okay? And silence is not a good. Okay, this silence is giving you some sort of really awkward thing, and that awkward thing is really not. It just feel really bad. Okay, so how do this awkward thing has to be removed? You just have to talk with the third person. You just initiate the subject. Khatam, dude. खत्म कुछ नहीं करना just initiate करना है that's it you just initiate the thing and the rest of the thing happened automatically you just have to go okay nahi you just have to reply that whatever the question they ask and whatever and most of the answer has yes no okay ठीक है नहीं नहीं ऐसा नहीं हुआ that's it just boss khatam you just have to initiate and I always do that this is kind of like my favorite part about it. I just initiate the conversation and I just relax. I just don't have to do anything. I just have to look at them, talk to them, listen to them. Khatam. So this is really good. Okay, sometimes I part in the some sort of gossipy and things like that. फिर हम्म, 41 minute.